here's how you know the difference between someone who is actually a match to your true desire and someone that you've misidentified because you were in lack. There's nothing in the universe that can keep you from getting your true desire, and that is what happens when you align.
That's easy.
Hey guys, I'm Jasmine with Manifest Fast with Jasmine, and I'm going to tell you guys what to do when manifesting a man doesn't work. This is a video that I probably should have made a long time ago, but there's a lot of you out there who really don't actually want to hear about this. However, this is what you need to hear. I've been doing this for a very long time. I've been helping people manifest their specific person, and I've seen a lot of scenarios over and over and over. So if you've been trying to manifest a specific person, this video is going to be the truth that needs to be dealt with. And ultimately, this is going to help you manifest your love relationship that you want with your specific person or in general. If you've been watching my videos and you enjoy my content, make sure that you like, subscribe, hit the bell button, click all to receive all notifications. That really helps me out. If you haven't already, check out my group on Facebook. I do a live Q&A every single week for you guys, and I go live all the time, and I do sexy rampages and we chat, and it's just a really great atmosphere. I also have coaching, courses, all those links are below. So what to do when manifesting a man doesn't work. All right. If manifesting a specific person, a man, whoever, doesn't work, there's only two reasons. Essentially, it's the same reason, but we're going to kind of paint it like two reasons. All right. The first reason is because, obviously, and make sure that you watch all the way till the end so that you understand actually what I'm trying to say here, okay? A lot of you guys just like watch a little snippet and then you want to say something about it. You don't really understand the full concept. So make sure that you watch all the way till the end so that you understand the full concept and what I'm trying to say here. Okay. If manifesting a specific person or manifesting a man isn't working, obviously you're in lack. You're either projecting lack onto the situation by identifying a person who is not actually what you want, and then you're struggling with being unable to attain them when they're not actually what you want in the first place. But technically, if you are in a lack vibration, there's no other way that it can go. You're going to perceive lack in an infinite number of ways if you're in lack. It doesn't even matter which way it plays out. What ends up happening a lot of times is that the person that you have identified and said, I want that person. Because see, you say that you want a person, but the person is actually just a representation of the true essence of what you actually want. You want love, you want security, you want stability, you want partnership, you want compassion, you want so many things about this relationship. You want a sexual relationship. You want all of that stuff. But then what ends up happening is you say, okay, I have this ball of everything that I want right here. Here it is. Oh, and you pin it on that person. You say, oh, you look good. You incite interest within me. Oh, I feel good about you. You're it. You're the one that I want. Tag, you're it. So you put all of that on them and you're like, they're the one that I'm going to have all that with. Now, if you do this from a place of lack, you have probably, most likely, 95 to 100%, you've identified the wrong person. Either that, or you've identified the right person, but you're not in sync with it, and you either can't perceive the relationship through the eyes of love because you're in lack, or the way that you, and the way that you intermingle with the relationship makes it impossible for that to play out in like a positive way. So when you're in alignment, you're gonna be a cooperative component. Life is like a maze, okay? So imagine that you're in this maze and there is a perfect path, but surrounding the perfect path are lots of irrelevant obstacles. And if you're not on the right path, so if you're not in the right vibration to be on the path to what you want, then you won't be inspired to the right action to incite and inspire that from the universe, from the people around you. So that's what ends up happening when you're experiencing lack. You could be looking at the right person, but you don't see it correctly. You don't say the right thing, you don't do the right thing, you've got the wrong perspective, you're perceiving lack. Even if it's the right person, that's what you're doing. You're projecting your lack onto them, so you're not in alignment. Here's how you know the difference between someone who is actually a match to your true desire and someone that you've misidentified because you were in lack. So true desire means, for instance, I said that tag you're it. You picked a guy. You think that he's the representation of what you want. He may or may not actually be the representation of what you actually really want. So here's how you tell the difference. When you do that work to actually change yourself, change your perspective, change the reality that you're in, change the dimension that you're functioning within, your consciousness, when you actually create a real true shift and you're aligning, which means you're not dependent on circumstances, by the way, not dependent on circumstances. You're just enhancing your quality of life. You're just aligning, and that's not dependent upon what that person is doing. When you do that, if this creates the relationship to come closer and to work, if this makes that person come to you, then you have truly identified your true desire, and they are your true desire, and that is playing out. But when you align, and it's in a true sense that doesn't have to, that isn't dependent upon circumstances, when it's in a true sense and you're aligning and the other person, it's not happening with them, it's like everything else is aligning but this, that's most likely, and I would have to talk to you in person to be completely for sure. I would have to do some coaching to figure it out 100%. Anything can happen, but for the most part, when you are truly aligning, which means you're not dependent on circumstances, and the other person, it's still not working, it means you're either not aligned on that subject specifically, or that person is not a match to your true desire. So when we identify a person that we believe that we want to be with, we say, oh, you're the one that I want. Abraham Hicks says it like this. They're like, you think that you want that car, but you don't know that that car is missing an engine. And that's how it is with people too. And this is, everything is you pushed out. Okay, so this is a result of belief systems that you already hold, right? This is not like, well, I decide that I want them, so I believe that I want them, so how am I messing that up? It could be anything. Like, for instance, say you don't want to be with someone who's in the military. You fall in love with someone who's in the military. You decide that's the person that you want. But the truth is, you still don't want to be with a person who's in the military, and the universe knows that is not your true desire. You don't want that lifestyle, you don't want that person, you don't want that thing. But see, when you're looking through the eyes of lack, you have to experience lack. So you will often, if you're looking through the eyes of lack, you will pick someone that you can't have that is not your true desire. And that's how that plays out a lot of the time. And then I work with these people, I do the coaching, we really, really make a true change in them, and their whole life changes. And then a lot of times, not all the time, but a lot of times they see it themselves. They say, oh, person is so wrong for me. And that is what happens when you align. You will see things clearly for what they truly are. And since you're not dealing with that needy, desperate attachment, lack perspective anymore, you can just, call it like it is and be like, oh yeah, I don't need that, do I? I actually want this other thing instead. So it's something that you can't really gauge from a lack perspective which one that's going to be for you. But I can tell you one thing for sure, that the more that you feel needy and desperate and like you really, really want this to be the case and you can't let them go and you really want it to happen, that is you're in a lack perspective, like for sure. The more that you feel like you need them, the more that you're in a lack perspective. There's nothing that in the universe that can keep you from getting your true desire and you from manifesting what you want. Like, you can manifest anything and everything that you want, but if you have misidentified a specific person and said you want them when that is not really what you want, you're gonna end up getting what you truly want, and that's always good. If you're still watching this video, that means that you liked it, so make sure that you click the like button, subscribe, hit the bell button, click all to receive all notifications. Look, if you haven't already, stop by my group. Just see what it's about. Just check it out. Check out my live Q&A. Check out my sexy rampages. Check out the community. See what it's all about. That's in the pinned comment below. I also have courses, coaching. If you haven't already, check out this playlist to figure out how to make him totally obsessed with you. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.
That was easy.